Welcome to a video from thedigitallife.com. In this video we've got two Windows Insiders build to look at. This is 25387 for Windows Insiders on the Canary channel, and we've also got 23475 for Windows Insiders on the Dev channel. I'm going to start with the Canary channel one because this is probably the least interesting of the two, because Microsoft haven't even posted any release notes in this because there's nothing particularly for them to talk about, but it's interesting that we've got the new build anyway. So this is 25387. I haven't seen anything yet in there that that looks particularly new. Microsoft don't detail anything stuff. They haven't, the gallery and the other features that I'm going to show you in a second on the Dev channel build haven't made it way over yet. But anyway, there it is. There's the new build up and running, and I'll continue to see if I can find anything. So let's switch over to the Dev channel build now. Okay, so here we are with the Dev channel build. So this is build 23475, and there are a few changes in this one around File Explorer. But as ever, Microsoft don't roll these features out straight away. They take the time and roll them out slowly. So you're not going to necessarily get those features. But the address bar here and the search bit has actually been moved up here, and I can show you on a screenshot what this looks like. So that's rolling out to Windows Insider. It's not gone out to everybody yet, but I think it's a nice improvement to the UI. Of course, you've got the gallery in there as well, which wasn't there a few builds ago, but now we've got the gallery feature, which shows all your images from your Photos app. Or your Photos connections, I should say, because it could be that you've got multiple connections in there. You could have iCloud and whatever you want. So hopefully we'll get those changes soon. This is the modern version of the details panel as well. So when you click onto a file, you get information like that. Right, something else that's new is dynamic lighting. So this is where devices with RGB controls, maybe you can get a keyboard or something, or a mouse with RGB options, that Windows understands that dynamic lighting now, and it's in the personalization dynamic lighting settings. Now they've worked with device manufacturers like Logitech and Razer and others. I haven't got any of those, but they have said they work with Twinkly. I've got a Twinkly light panel, so I'll theoretically be able to control that, so I can turn that on. I just need to activate the devices, so I guess that means that the OEMs like Twinkly are going to have to update their apps to support these dynamic lighting APIs, and then I could then control the light panel through Windows and maybe activate it and it reacts to events, so say your keyboard reacts to events, that kind of thing. So I'm very interested to see what you can do with that. It's early stages with this yet, really developers to get on board with it, but that's good to see that it's coming into Windows. Right, some other changes. They've fixed some issues with the taskbar not showing up correctly when using multiple desktops. They fixed some issues with narrator and search, and they fixed some issues with Explorer EXE crashing. I haven't seen any of those issues. They've fixed some issues with backup of PCs using the new restore, and it wasn't showing up correctly. And I have got a video of this actually a couple of weeks ago of how to use the backup and restore when that was first launched. So this VM that I'm on now, it was actually a restored image from another VM. So this is the backup and restore tool, so that's the backup part of it. And then when you create a new machine, or when you install a new machine, one of the options is to restore from a previous backup. So they fixed some issues with that as well, and they fixed some issues with the colouring on that as well. There are some known issues. The dev drive, so this is the drive that's designed for developers to store code repositories in. There's some known issues with that. Around drive lettering, there's some issues with the flyout from search may not work correctly. I haven't seen any issues with that so far, and the new File Explorer may have some issues crashing when you're attempting to drag a scroll bar around, or some of the thumbnails not working. I did see that on the previous build, actually these thumbnails weren't refreshing, and it looks like they fixed that now, because they weren't there the other day when I looked. There are some new issues as well around File Explorer as well, but I'll include a link in the videos with all the specific details. Okay, so that's the main change of this build. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you can do with dynamic lighting. We'll have to wait and see. And really interesting to see what happens with the Canary channel. There's not very many updates happening there at the moment, but hopefully that'll be on to bigger things soon. So thanks for watching this video. You can find out more on thedigital lifestyle.com. I'm at iStixon on Twitter.